Hi everybody, Mr. Steve here, and I've got Maxwell with me, and Eleanor with glasses. You look very good, Eleanor. And Amber's here, she's tired. We are here at Loveworks, and we have a super special Loveworks Storytime today, because we're going to be reading 2 books, and there's going to be an activity, and scientists, we're going to be experimenting with DNA. What I'm hoping is that we finally got a DNA sample of Mew, and we're going to use that to create a better Mew. I call it Mewdose. But very excited for today's story time. What's going to happen? I don't even know. It's going to be cool. But yeah, so stick around. Yeah. A science-y story time. Very excited. We got 2 books that we're reading. We got some scientists here doing experiments. Hopefully we'll create a Frankenstein monster. What do you think the odds are of that? That would be exciting. Hopefully we're making a Frankenstein. Fingers crossed about that. This counts as Steve walking through the hallway, FYI. Hello and welcome to episode 4384 of Steve the Podcast. On this episode, what does Steve's armpits smell like? These are the rugs that the kids sit down on. This is a rug made up of different rugs, so it's rugception. And then this one is the alphabet. This one looks like it came from a bathtub. This one looks like one we have at home. And then there's, oh no.
It's Sully.
Sully!
It's like mixed with Sully and...
What happened to you, Sully? No! We were about to break the scare record! No! Why? Why couldn't you have taken Randall instead? No! Amber's folding the merch. Today, instead of these science-y books, we're going to be reading this. A Life in Parts by Bryan Cranston. These kids need to know about the dad from Malcolm in the Middle. So that's what we're doing. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
My name is Mr. Steve. We're going to be reading some books. I got 2 books I'm going to be reading for you, and I got stuff in the treasure box. But first, we're going to be reading this right here. And it's a book. There's a strawberry in it. There's a mouse. And it's called The Red Ripe Mouse, The Big Hungry Strawberry, and the Little Bear. I think. Hold on. Okay, the little mouse, the red ripe strawberry, and the big hungry bear in a cage. Okay, let's see here. We're going to read this book. And already, look, we're page 1, and there's the mouse. Hello, little mouse. What are you doing? He's got a ladder. Wonder what he's up to. Oh, I see. Are you going to pick that red ripe strawberry? Who likes strawberries? Raise your hand if you like strawberries. Raise your hand if you like strawberries. Okay, put your hands down. Okay, raise your hand if you don't like strawberries. Raise your hand if you don't like strawberries. Okay, put your hand down. Raise your hand if you've ever raised your hand before. If you've ever raised your hand before, raise your hand. Good job. Put your hands down. Raise your hand if you've never raised your hand before. If you've never raised your hand before, raise your hand. Okay, put your hand down. Okay, put one hand up. Put one hand up. Okay, now put the other hand up. Okay, now go like this. Okay, now it's a party. Now it's a party because we're raising the roof. Is what we're doing. Are you gonna pick that red ripe strawberry? Let's give him a name. Let's give him a name. What's the name of the mouse? I think Jeff Squeakerson. Jeff Winger. But, little mouse, haven't you heard about the big hungry bear? You think that's funny? This is an emergency. There's a big hungry bear afoot. Oh, how that bear loves red, ripe strawberries. Oh no! Give me some dramatic music. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. The big hungry bear can smell a red ripe strawberry a mile away, especially one that has just been picked. Everybody say, woo! Oh, that was really good. I said something and you guys said it. Everybody say, oh no! You guys are just saying what I say. That's interesting. Everybody say, Farfignugan. Yeah, not all of you said that, but that's okay. Boom! 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 The bear will tromp through the forest on his big hungry feet. Oh, don't you hate it when bears tromp? Don't you hate it? Don't you hate it when there's tromping going on? So much tromping. Don't you kids be tromping either. I don't want to see your feet banging on the floor. No tromping. Hey, I said no tromping. No tromping. What are you kids doing tromping so much? No. Oh, how I hate tromping. And sniff, sniff, sniff. Find the strawberry. No matter where it is hidden, he tried to bury the strawberry. He tried to bury the strawberry. See what I did there? You see what I did there? No, you didn't see what I did? Or who is guarding it? Look at that, he locked it up and then he put tacks around the strawberry. This is some Home Alone stuff right here. Or how it is disguised. Look at that. The mouse has disguised the strawberry as beloved storyteller Mr. Steve. Bears hate Mr. Steve's. Quick! There is only one way in the whole wide world to save a big ripe strawberry from the big hungry bear. Cut it in two. Share half with me, because I love strawberries. I eat strawberries like Cookie Monster eats cookies. Strawberries, and then they just all spill out of my mouth, and I don't actually eat any because I'm just a puppy. So, share half with me, and we'll both eat it all up. Yum! And that's the end of that story. Yay! Now kids! I was going to read a second book right here, and it's called Ada Twist, Scientist, because we're going to be doing some science experiments today. Science! That's how you say it. You don't just say science. That's weak sauce. You say science! Exactly. But yes, less screamy, more dramatic. Science! Exactly. You did that so good. That was adorable. So I thought maybe I should get a bit more of a serious book for you kids. You know, something a bit harder. harder than this. So instead of reading Ada Twist, Scientist, we're going to be reading this. It's a little bit harder. It's the autobiography of actor Bryan Cranston. And it's called A Life in Parts. I thought, kids, you're going to want to know about the dad from Malcolm in the Middle, okay? And nothing else in any way science related. No chemistry going on here. Okay. My parents met like most people do in an acting class in Hollywood. My mother was born Annalisa Dorothea Shell, but she was always called Peggy. Excuse me! Excuse me! You haven't even gotten to Breaking Bad yet, children. Come on!
Too long.
It's too young.
That's too long.
Oh, it's too long. I thought that you were coming up and being like, excuse me, Mr. Steve, but this is a bit too easy for me. Do you have any Stephen King, perhaps? I thought that's what you were doing. Okay, how about this? I'll save it for the end. Okay? I'll save it as a closer. Hold on, let me see what else I've got in here, because I got a bunch of stuff in here. It's like, oh, hey kid, you want to hear a joke? You want to hear a joke? Somebody get this monkey off my back. Oh wait, I think I messed that up. Oh, somebody get this monkey off my back. I think I messed that up again. Hold on, I'll get it eventually. Let's see. Oh kids, look! You know who this is? It's Bobo from 2019's biggest movie, Ugly Dolls. Calm down, I know you're excited, okay? I know you're all like, what? Bobo from Ugly Dolls, the movie? 85% of that movie is all about how kids should just be like all the other kids. It's really weird, and it's a musical. It's really bad. You can watch it on Hulu. Let's see what else I've got in here. Oh, yeah. Just in case I need to wrestle anybody, you know? Just in case a lucha libre match pops up, I'm ready. Kids, we're going to read this book, and it's called Ada Twist, Scientist. Fun fact, Ada Twist, that's her right here. She is named after two famous scientists. Her full name in the book is Ada Marie Twist. Marie comes from Marie Curie. She helped create X-rays, and she's the lead singer of the band The Cure, I believe. Marie Curie. And then Ada is named after Ada Lovelace. She is a scientist. She's the world's first computer programmer. So that's pretty awesome. I think the town Ada is named after her. Probably not. I'm just guessing. Probably not. Fun fact, this is a series of books. There's also a book called Rosie Revere, Engineer. She has like a handkerchief over her head. And Iggy Peck, Architect. Iggy Peck has this like tall hair that stands up like an architect. Fun fact, they're hidden in this book. So basically, this is the Avengers Endgame of science-y kids books. Because they all come together in this book. Let's read this. Ada Twist, Scientist. Once upon a time, there was a scientist named Ada. She did science-y things. The end. You know what I like about that book? It's short. So now we have time to take a nap. Everybody find a comfortable spot on the floor. You know what the weird part is? I can't see your torso. You're just a head, arms, and legs. What happened to your body? I can't see it. But I can't see your chest. You're like John Cena. Up in here. Ooh. Okay then. Okay, gotcha. No, I understand now. Everybody sit down. No, I gotcha. Let's read the book. Ada Marie said not a word until the day she turned 3. She bounced in her crib and looked all around, observing the world but not making a sound. She learned how to climb and make her big break with a trail of chaos left in her wake. She ran through the day, chasing each sound in sight, and didn't slow down until she conked out at night. Her parents were frazzled, but tried not to freak as Ada grew bigger and still did not speak. Clearly, young Ada, with lots in her head, would have something to say when it ought to be said. That's just what happened when Ada turned 3. She tore through the house on a fact-finding spree and climbed up the clock just as high as she could. Her parents yelled, "Stop!" as all good parents would. Ada's chin quivered. Quiver, 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 quiver. But she did not cry. She took a deep breath and she simply asked, "Why?" Everybody say, "Why?" Being a scientist is like 25%. Being a scientist is like 25% asking why, and then 75% having a lab coat. It's a big part of it. Why does it tick and why does it talk? Why don't we call it a granddaughter clock? Then he appeared, the cat in the hat. Sorry, I got it. It's all rhymy in it. Okay. Why are there pointy things stuck to a rose? Why are there hairs up inside of your nose? She started with why and then what, how, and when. By bedtime, she came back to why once again. She drifted to sleep as her dazed parents smiled at the curious thoughts of their curious child who wanted to know what the world was about. They kissed her and whispered, "You'll figure it out. I do not like green eggs and ham." Her parents kept up with their high-flying kid, whose questions and chaos both grew as she did. Even Miss Greer found her hands were quite full when young Ada's chaos wreaked havoc at school. Full and school? I don't know if, does that rhyme? Full and skull. There you go. When young Ada's chaos wreaked havoc at school. But this much was clear about Miss Ada Twist. She had all the traits of a great scientist. There's a Rosie Revere engineer right there. She's hiding. She's in the same classroom. This is the Avengers Infinity War of kids' books. She's hiding right there. She's right there. You can tell because of the polka dot handkerchief over her hair. Ada was, show up here again in the book. Ada was busy that first day of spring testing the sounds that make mockingbirds sing when a horrible stench whacked her right in the nose. A pungent aroma that curled up her toes. Give me something that smells bad, kids. What smells bad? What smells gross? Wow, all of you kids are raising your hand to tell me that you smell bad? No, you guys don't smell bad. Rotten eggs? Okay, that's good. What smells bad? Trash cans, yes. Poop! That's a good answer. That's a good answer. Really big boobs. Okay, kind of piggybacking on her answer, yes? Okay. Yeah. Zowie, said Ada, which got her to thinking. What is the source of that terrible stinking? How does a nose know there's something to smell? And does it still stink if there's no nose to tell? She rattled off questions and tapped on her chin, and she'd start at the start where she ought to begin. A mystery, a riddle, a puzzle, a quest. This was the moment that Ada loved best. I have that exact same toy at home. That clown phone. That was also in one of the Toy Stories. I think it was in the third one, if I'm not mistaken. Ada did research to learn all she could of smelling and smells, both the stinky and good. One hypothesis Ada thought could be true. That terrible stink came from Dad's cabbage stew. Yeah. She tested and tested, but soon Ada knew it was time to come up with hypothesis 2. Then zowie, the stink struck again, just like that. Hypothesis 2, it came from the cat. The cat couldn't make such a stink on its own. It needed perfume and some fancy cologne. So young Ada tested. The test was a flop. She started again, but her parents yelled, "Stop! Kids, don't put animals in the dryer." Just a public service announcement, the more you know. Ada Marie, to the thinking chair now. By the time we count 3. Enough, said her mother. That's it, said her dad. Her parents were frustrated, frazzled, and mad. Same. Why, Ada questioned. Her mother said, no. What? Ada queried. Her father said, go. You've ruined our supper. You've made the cat stink. Enough with your questions. Now sit there and think. She looked at her parents. Her heart turned to goo. Poor Ada Twist did not know what to do. And then she opened up a box, and what was inside? Thing 1 and thing 2. And the cat said, I know a good trick we can do. She sat all alone by herself in the hall, and Ada once more could say nothing at all. And so Ada sat, and she sat, and she sat, and she thought about how she can steal Christmas. I must stop this Christmas from coming, but how?
No, that's the Grinch.
Oh, that's the Grinch? Okay. And she thought about science and Stu and the cat. All kids think that. All kids are always like, hey, what are you thinking about? Oh, just science and Stu and the cat. And how her experiments made such a big mess. Does it have to be so? Is that part of success? Are messes a problem? And while she was thinking, what was the source of that terrible stinking? Ada Marie did what scientists do. She asked a small question, and then she asked 2, and each of those led her to 3 questions more, and some of those questions resulted in 4. So Ada got thinking, she really dug in. She scribbled her questions and tapped on her chin. This is a big important part of being a scientist, apparently. Chin tapping. Here, tap on your chin. Tap on your chin. There you go. There you go. That starts the science energy. That's science. That's science!
Science!
There you go. Yeah. You're welcome, parents. It's like a few story times ago when I called the rainbow fish the rainbow fish. I heard from a lot of parents who were like, just from here on out, it's been the rainbow fish. So you know what the rainbow fish likes to do? Science! Yeah, rude. Like, hey Steve, I like your skin. Can I have some? Like, no. With skin. Okay, I'll give a part to you, a part to you, a part to you. Like, ew. No. You know? The fish can keep its own scales. Whatever. Her parents calmed down and they came back to talk. They looked at the hallway and just had to gawk. No patch of bare paint could be seen on the wall. The thinking chair now was the great thinking hall. They watched their young daughter and sighed as they did. What would they do with this curious kid who wanted to know what the world was about? They smiled and whispered, we'll figure it out. To be fair, they could just hire her to do murals. You know? Like some new coffee place, you know? Like, yeah. Like, I've been hired to decorate a Starbucks. And that's what they did, because that's what you do when your kid has a passion and heart that is true. They remade their world. Now they're all in the act of helping young Ada sort fiction from fact. She asked a lot of questions. How could she resist? It's all in the heart of a young scientist. To be fair, every kid should read The Physics of Fonts. The book every child should read right there. And as for that smell, what can Ada Twist do but learn all she can with her friends in grade 2, like Rosie Revere, engineer, who is right here, and Iggy Peck, architect, who is right here with a pencil in his ear. Will they discover the stink that curls toes? Well, that is the question, and someday, who knows? And that is the end of that story. Yay! Now, kids, it's time for my favorite part of story time, nap time. So everybody find a comfortable spot on the floor. We're going to take a nap. I have a movie at 4. We're going to take a 6-hour nap. Okay? So get comfy, all right? Good night, guys. Thank you. snooze. I hit snooze.
Hours is the
It is. There's 6 hours in a day. That's Italian. Science! Kids! Yes, do you kids want to do an activity? Oh, here, I can bring it over. So, we're going to be doing some science.
Hey, I need that. I need the
Strawberry DNA extraction protocol. But if push comes to shove, we got coffee filters. We can make coffee. I like McDonald's coffee. I actually like it better than Starbucks.
Turn around and see. And then tell us what we're doing. Hi, everybody. My name is Erin.
Hi, Aaron.
My name is Malia. I'm Adika. And so we are learning about DNA today. So DNA is instructions for our body. So what is DNA? Do you guys remember what she said it stands for? Yeah? Deoxyribonucleic acid. Can you guys say that?
Flaccid. Message.
So DNA is instructions for our cells. So our cells make up our body, they make up our hands and our arms. And our DNA is the instructions that tell our hands to be hands and our legs to be legs. And so our DNA is unique to us. My DNA, my instructions are different than Malia's, are different for each and every one of you. You get your DNA, your instructions from your parents, which is why sometimes you look like your mom or you might look like your dad. You get your instructions from your parents. DNA also makes up genes, which decides what you look like and how you act, and that's the truth. And this is what DNA looks like.
A tongue?
How many of you guys can do this? That is determined by your DNA. Your instructions say whether
You can't do it, Eleanor?
Isn't that so fun? Do you guys know who this is? Right, Jojo Siwa, yeah. So she has a little triangle on her forehead. It's called a widow's peak. And that's also determined by your DNA, by your instructions. Does anybody here have that widow's peak? And that's
It's a little patch of hair right here.
and then also your earlobes. Everybody has earlobes?
No, you don't have it. Hi.
Do you know? Take away. Right, to take out, to take away. So we're going to be taking out the DNA from the strawberries so you can see those instructions that made strawberries strawberries. So I just want to make sure that everybody has these supplies, and so if you don't, just let us know. So you should have a strawberry in a bag, you should have a tube labeled extraction solution, 2 coffee filters, a plastic cup, and then a clear 15-ml tube which has the blue top, and then isopropyl alcohol which you don't have, but we'll get that to you.
So we are all mushing our strawberries right now. Come on.
Yeah.
Perfect. Wow, so mushed.
Let me see. There you go. Mix it some more. You gotta mix
Yeah.
it all the way down.
There you go, Eleanor. Is that good? Maxwell, that's some pretty good mushed strawberries.
I really wish we could get
These
this.
little seeds here, you're trying to get them separated.
Yeah.
Because then you're going to filter all the DNA out with the coffee filter.
We're gonna need 2 coffee filters.
We've got 4 coffee filters, so we're doing good. Wait, not yet, not yet, not yet.
Green tap. So a gallon of 10 milliliters is okay. So I need that. About 50 in there.
mine. I would do one too. Emma, I would do one too.
Once he smells it, it'll go back to being a vomit. Okay.
I might have added a little too much, but it's
And now it's your job.
you still got to mush it some more. It looks so good. Yeah.
You mixing it really good?
It came off. Now what do we do?
Well, yeah, you're gonna pour it in there and filter it out.
There, I did it. Filter out. I did Science.
No. How do you say it?
Science.
There you go.
I'm gonna say it with
Alright, and then
science. Science.
you take this off, you grab it up.
Whoa. I can do it.
No, we're not Do we want all of it? Okay.
Sorry.
Let's see what we can do.
Without
Okay? Nice and slow.
Babies at home. Is your mom?
Alright, and then now, without, hold on, I'll put that on it. I gotta put this on here. Okay, I gotta pour this into hers.
Okay. Now see, we've poured the stuff into the beaker, and now the stuff that's rising up, that's the DNA. The strawberries DNA.
Science.
I did a science.
Science. I feel like an actual scientist now. I can't believe the strawberries DNA is coming
Okay,
out.
Maxwell, get angry. Oh no, it's a mad scientist.
Get it?
So now we're mixing it, and it looks so cool. I don't know if you can see, but that looks pretty awesome. They're the criminal. Oh, Eleanor, we're doing a science. Eleanor, say science. No, but say it the way that I say it.
Science.
That's pretty good.
Settle.
That's amazing. science when we spelled the